What's good, YouTube? Today we got another fantasy basketball for y'all. This one was an exciting one, not gonna lie. It's against one of my homies, and his team is pretty good. He's pretty active in the league, and he, I believe, was 5-1 or 5-2, and I'm currently 5-1. But I knew it was gonna be tough because he has pretty solid players, and like I said, he's active, so he knows what he's doing. He's done this before, so I was a little worried about potentially losing. But I mean, I guess y'all find out if I lose or win. So as you can see, you see his name right here. Let's see. Let me click on it now. And then we'll just get right into it, man. The first day, December 1st. It's crazy. It's almost Christmas, bro. The year is going by mad quick. But hey, man, more life, more exciting things to come. But the first day, let's talk about it. So we got Cade, we got Sexton, we got Kawhi, we got Jabari, Wendell, Jalen, Mobley, Sengun, Vassell, and Ryan. We'll just call him by his first name. And off the bench, we got Scotty, Murphy, Draymond, Hartenstein, and Klinging. So, first day, I believe everyone played for the most part except one person, which I low-key could have taken him out and put in someone else for him. But like I said in my last video, I really enjoy my team, and I really don't want to swap anyone out like that because I feel like everyone is for the most part consistent for how much fantasy they provide for me. So, Cade, first day, clap it up for my boy, 65 off rip. Second day, Sexton, 24, 62 for Kawhi. Shout out Kawhi. He actually was hooping in a loss, unfortunately. Jabari with 20, Wendell with 36, 33 for Suggs, 34 all around, 93 from Sengun, my boy. Almost had that 100 ball. Only one person in the league so far has had a 100 fantasy score, and that's Tyrese Maxey. No one else has come close, except my boy Sengun. He's got 93. Solid. So let's see. And then 30 for Ryan. And then my boy. So I finished with 397. Then my boy got Nembhard, Porter Jr., Michael Porter Jr. Dang, I just realized he has Kevin and Michael. Then he had Keegan Murray, late acquisition. I was going to pick him up too, but he was injured for so long. And I also didn't know how good he was going to be on the Sacramento Kings because Sacramento has been complete garbage. But I don't know, bro. Now he has Zubac, Gillespie, Adjia, something like that. LaMelo, Williams, Black, Shea, Grant, Kobe White, Paolo, and RJ. And first day, bro, I'm telling you, it was tough. 37. Then he had Porter Jr. Both of them went off. 67, 61. Then we got Zubac with 35. Gillespie with 55. This random dude on the Suns, like, you gotta be joking. LaMelo with 46. 35 for Williams and 44 for Anthony Black. The crazy thing is, Jalen Suggs is the starter for the Magic. Anthony Black also plays for the Magic, and he's kind of like been the bench, kind of like sixth man, I guess you can say. But I think just because of injuries and stuff that's happened, he might start if he hadn't already, or he like gets more minutes than a typical bench player. So, but he finished with 380. That was rough. I remember this specifically this day because I think I was down, but I went to bed and I didn't see Sengun or Jabari play. And then when I woke up, I seen Sengun with 93. I was like, dang. So he carried for sure. Shout out Sengun, baby Jokic. So I finished with 397, which I stated before, and he finished with 380, bro. 380. I'm only up 17 right now. And he didn't have two players play. I only didn't have one player play. So that is a rough start. Not really because I'm winning, but I still, like, it's close. It's close, as you can see. Moving on to day 2, December 2nd. I had Scotty, Draymond, Murphy, and Vassell play. We got Scotty with 52. Scotty Barnes, man, he's been hooping. Green with 30. This game was crazy because OKC was blowing out the Golden State Warriors, and Draymond had maybe 5 fantasy points at the half. 5. and he finished with 30. And Golden State actually came back down like 25 or something, 23, and took the lead. And I was watching this game, and I was like, dang, they have a chance of beating OKC, because OKC has just been running through the league, just straight beating people left and right, smacker, everything. But when they came back, I was like, all right, they got a chance. Unfortunately, they lost by 2. They didn't have, their star players, whatever. But Draymond finished with 30 at the end. So I was like, let's go. Shout out to him for stepping it up. Then you got Trey Murphy with 59. Solid. Vassell with 24. So I finished with 22. Wait, that's not right. My fault. I had an IR reserved, which he was kind of like a wishy-washy. I didn't know if he was going to start. And then the games had already started. So once the games start, I can't switch up my lineup for that day. So unfortunately, the game started already, and he was still questionable, so I didn't know if he was going to play. So I couldn't put him in. So 22 fantasy points doesn't seem like a lot, but he could have, that could have cost me basically had I not put him in. But I finished with 165. Next for him, he had Shea, and Shea is just a cheat code, bro. But Shea dropped 60, something like whatever. Advio with 48, Grant with 44, and he finished with 142. So he with 3 players, bro, he had 152, and I had 4 players playing. So had he had 1 more player playing, I might have been cooked. But I'm still up, barely, but I'm still up. Let's see, December 3rd. So K with 34. This is just a bad showing for him, not gonna lie. He usually averages like 40 to 50, so. But I can't even be mad. Some, NBA season up and down. Sexton, he got injured that game, and he only dropped 11, so that was very unfortunate. As you can see, he only played 9 minutes, so you hate to see it. Kawhi Leonard, 33. Mediocre game. Not terrible, because 30 is still 30, but still. Jabari with 26. Good enough. Wendell Carter has been, like I said, he's been selling me low-key. He got 18. 48 for Jalen Suggs. Shout out him again. 72 for Mobley. Okay, Mobley went kind of stupid. Sengun 55. Not something nice. 26 for Vassell. And then Ryan, once again, strikes back with 29. So I finished with 352 points this day. And then once again, this guy on the IR. Well, actually, I had everyone playing. So luckily, only if I swapped him out for maybe Sexton, I would add like 6 more fantasy points. But it's all right. It's not that big of a deal. And we got Kevin Porter. He dropped 37. 45 for Advia. Keegan Murray with 18, 38 for Zubac, 57 for LaMelo. He also got injured that game, I'm pretty sure. 62 for Porter Jr., 29 for Grant, 34 for Nimhard, 28 for Tyson. So he finished with 348. So once again, neck and neck, bro. It's like less than 10 points that we're getting split up by. But it was close. It was close. We got December 4th. And we got Trey Murphy, Draymond, and Scotty playing. Trey Murphy dropped 44. Shout out him. He carried. Actually, nah. Scotty carried. He dropped 67 points. Okay, 67. Like I said, shout out Scotty Barnes. Such a sleeper pickup. Draymond unfortunately got injured. And this is another crazy game where they lost by 1 point. But they were down like 24 as well. Came back, took the lead, and then blew it at the end. Draymond got injured, I think, in the first half, so he only played 9 minutes. So I finished with 119 that day. And then, Michael Porter Jr. did not play, unfortunately for him. I think if he had played, it would have been even closer. But no Clowney, I think is how you say it, 47. So this is where I kind of took that leap because he didn't have anyone playing, and I don't think he wanted to drop anyone. So your boy took that leap on like the 4th day, which is not very good because, the 4th day, we're coming close to the end. So December 5th, no, it was the 3rd day, sorry. This is the 4th day. Cade finally comes back with a nice 65, 44 for Suggs, 45 for Kawhi, solid all around. 21 for Jabari, 16 for Wendell. Wendell got to step it up, bro. 24 for Scotty, 42 for Mobley, 43 for Vassell, and 33 for Ryan with a nice 3-3-3. And then everyone on my bench is literally injured. Draymond, Klingenheim, Hartenstein, and Sexton. So, and then he had 59 for Shea, 43 for Porter Jr., 58 for Advia, 16 for Paolo. Paolo finally came back for his team. Not that it really mattered because he didn't really put up much of a stat line. 20 for Zubac, 18 for LaMelo. LaMelo got injured for him. Very unfortunate. 48 for Jeremy Grant, 19 for Williams, 38 for Nembhard, 17 for Gillespie. And then Kobe White ended up being like a late, a late entry, so he didn't actually get to swap him out, unfortunately. So then we're on to our December 6th. And this is the 5th day, 6th day, I don't know. You'll see. K with 52. 28 for Leonard, 45 for Jabari. Shout out Jabari. He came in clutch for this one. Trey Murphy, 42. Trey Murphy's been hooping, I ain't gonna lie to you. 33 for Mobley. Kyle Kuzma I picked up. I ended up dropping Colin Sexton. Yo, he had like 12 in the first quarter. He finished with 17. I was so disappointed, bro. But he had Kevin Porter Jr., bro. Dropped 77 points. Oh, geez, I'm tired. Sorry. Michael Porter Jr., 68 points. 15 for Clowney. Zubac for 26, 37 for Keegan. And he finished with 223 points. So he actually outscored me this day. But, like, it kind of evened out because I had outscored him the previous day. Let's see. And then on the final day, bro. The final day. Suggs 32, 48 for Scotty, 17 for... Oh, Draymond was injured, actually. 17 for Wendell. Once again, 3 stinkers in a row. They're not stinkers, but they should be better than what he's provided. Klingon didn't play. Ryan with 20, 18 for Melton. I picked up Melton. He came back for injury, and everyone on Golden State's basically injured. So I was like, let me get him. Let's see what he does. He did pretty solid for coming back. He had Shea. Unfortunately, Shea did not play. And so that kind of blessed me in a way. I still don't think he would have won had Shade played like this specific day, but who knows? Kobe White, he puts in, it drops 2. Advia, 44, 29 for Grant, 18 for Paolo. Paolo's still getting back from injury, so he got to warm up type thing. But unfortunately, on this New York game versus the Magic versus New York, Franz Wagner, something like that. He got injured literally a year from this day that they played. He got injured last year, and he had like a torn oblique muscle, so he was out for the majority of that season. And then this year, he literally gets injured again on basically dang near the same day, and only a year apart. I think he like sprained his ankle or whatever, but it's like crazy because this kind of happened to the Magic last year, where Paolo first comes out with an oblique injury, misses the majority of the time. He comes back. Franz gets the same exact injury and then misses the majority of the year. And then he comes back. But like they never had like a flowing like team chemistry kind of year where they can actually play with all their team. Because after Franz gets hurt, Jalen Suggs gets hurt, and then it's just he doesn't ever come back, unfortunately, until this year. And so that's why I'm really high on the Magic. I think they have a pretty good shot of coming out of the East. They play defense. They added nice Desmond Bane. He's a shooter. So they should be ideally better on paper. Which they kind of... The beginning of the season, they came off kind of rough. But then towards the end... Not even towards the end. Like now, basically, they're playing a lot better. They're starting to play up to expectation, I would say. Could be better, of course. You could always be better. But considering that Paolo is injured and now Franz is injured, they're doing what they can with what they have. So... And they're not too bad. They beat my Warriors without Paolo too. So like, what can you do? And my Warriors were relatively healthy, if not fully. I'm pretty sure they were actually fully healthy, but what can you do? But yeah, that's the last day. As you guys can see, the boy won 1,718 to 1,091. Round of applause to Round of applause to my opponent. They thought they could beat me. They were not winning. Nah, I'm just kidding. But as you can see, the days were like pretty much neck and neck every day. I outscored in the first 3 days, and then no, the first 4 days, and then the last 2 days he outscored me. But like I was already winning by so much, like it just wasn't. It was gonna be hard to come back. So now we're on to this next week, and I'm excited because I have this week that's coming up, and then after that I have one more week where I play someone else, and then after that, so the week of what's it called? The week of Christmas, that's when I play the opponent that I've been wanting to play, and hopefully we're all healthy, and it's a fair, not fair, but like a competitive matchup where it's like back and forth, and hopefully I come off on top. I've been going crazy, not gonna lie. 6-1, I'm top in the league. I think me and actually the person I want to play in 2 weeks from now are top of our conference, top in the league, whatever. Just because we both have one loss. I had my first loss the first game I ever played, and he had his first loss the first game he ever played. So we'll see. He might be cooked this week. We'll see. Nah, I just waiting on this week. This week is low-key kind of weird because they have the Emirates Cup. So like these past like 3-4 days, I'm gonna say 3 days, 3 or 2 days. They've been doing that, so there's only been like 1, 2, 3, 4 teams playing. I mean, if you don't have those 4 players, you have no one playing that day. So I think that should end on Saturday. That means on Saturday there's only gonna be 4 teams playing again. Because you had 4 teams for one group and then 4 teams for another, so I guess in total 8. And then, the losers, they lost, so now it's just 4 teams playing again. I think they either played to me. I don't know when they play, but on Saturday is either the championship game, or is that the other round? It might be the next round. Honestly, I don't know what I'm saying. But anyways, once those like cup games they don't finish, sorry, let me rephrase that. The cup games, until they finish, there's gonna be limited people playing during those days. So until that is completely done, this week might be cooked. I'm not gonna lie, but I guess y'all will find out next week, and hopefully I get these videos out sooner rather than later. But I'll catch you guys in the next time. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys. Peace.